Welcome to Selections from Orphic Sayings by Amos Bronson Alcott, Vegan, Part 1 of 2, on Words of Wisdom. Amos Bronson Alcott, Vegan, a famous figure of transcendentalism, was an American teacher, writer, philosopher, and reformer. Throughout his life, he established educational communities and wrote several books that reflected his idealistic and unique perspectives on education, ethics, and spirituality. Born in 1799 in Wolcott, Connecticut, Alcott grew up in a humble family of farmers. Despite having limited access to formal education, he was an avid reader and taught himself to read and write at a young age. He began his career as a school teacher and later became a renowned lecturer and writer. Alcott believed in the transformative power of education, emphasizing holistic development, including intellectual, moral, and spiritual growth. In 1834, Alcott opened the Temple School in Boston. The school was based on Alcott's own educational philosophy, which emphasized the importance of self-cultivation and moral development. He also founded other utopian communities, including Fruitlands, which was based on the principles of vegetarianism and simplicity. One of Alcott's most influential books is Orphic Sayings. This collection of aphorisms reflects his deep spiritual and philosophical beliefs. The aphorisms touch on themes such as the nature of the self, the interconnectedness of all beings, and the pursuit of inner wisdom. Through concise and thought-provoking statements, he imparts insightful wisdom and encourages readers to contemplate the deeper meanings of life. In today's episode, we are honoured to present excerpts from Orphic Sayings by Amos Bronson Alcott, Vegan. Orphic Sayings. Spirit. Listen divinely to the Sibyl within thee, says the Spirit, and write thou her words, for now is thine intellect a worshipper of the Holy Ghost. Now thy life is mystic, thy words marvels, and thine appeal to the total sense of man, and nature to the soul. Nature. Nature bears never her bones, clothed in her own chaste rhetoric of flesh and blood, of colour and feature. She is elegant and fair to the sense. And thus, O philosopher, poet, prophet, be thy words, thy scriptures, thy thought, like Pallas Athena, shaped bold and comely from thy brain, like Venus, formed quick from thy side, mystic as Memnon, melodious as the lyre of Orpheus. Immanence. There is neither void in nature nor death in spirit. All is vital, nothing godless. Both guilt in the soul and pain in the flesh affirm the divine ubiquity in the all of being. Shadow apes substance, privation fullness, and nature in atom and whole, in planet and firmament, is charged with the present deity. Incarnation. Nature is quick with spirit, in eternal systole and diastole. The living tides course gladly along, incarnating organ and vessel in their mystic flow. Let her pulsations for a moment pause on their errands, and creation's self ebbs instantly into chaos and invisibility again. The visible world is the extremest wave of that spiritual flood, whose flux is life, whose reflux death, efflux thought, and conflux light. Organization is the confine of incarnation, body, the atomy of God. Unbelief. Impious faith, witless philosophy, prisoning God in the head to gauge his volume or sound his depths by admeasurements of brain. Know, man of skulls, that the soul builds her statue perpetually from the dust, and, from within, the spiritual potter globes this golden bowl, on which thy sacrilegious finger is laid. Be wise, fool, and divine cerebral qualities from spiritual laws, and predict organizations from character. Oracle. Believe, youth, despite all temptations, the oracle of deity in your own bosom. It is the breath of God's revelations, the respiration of the Holy Ghost in your heart. Be faithful, not infidel, to its intuitions. Quench never its spirit, dwell ever in its omniscience. So shall your soul be filled with light, and God be an indwelling fact, a presence in the depths of your being. Heroism. Great is the man whom his age despises, for transcendent excellence is purchased through the obloquy of contemporaries, and shame is the gate to the temple of renown. The heroism honoured of God and the gratitude of mankind achieves its marvels in the shades of life, remote from the babble of crowds. Desert. Praise and blame as little belong to the righteous as to God. Virtue transcends desert, as the sun by day, as heat during frosts. Its light and warmth are its essence, cheering alike the wilderness, the fields, and firesides of men, the cope of heaven, and the bowels of the earth. Patience. Be great, even in your leisures, making, accepting opportunities, and doing lovingly your work at the 1st or 11th hour, even as God has need of you. Transcend all occasions, exhausted, overborne by none. Wisdom waits with a long patience, nor working, nor idling with men and times, but living and being in eternity with God. Great designs demand ages for consummation, and gods are coadjutors in their accomplishment. Patience is king of opportunity and times. Solitude. Solitude is wisdom's school. Attend then the lessons of your own soul. Become a pupil of the wise God within you, for by his tuitions alone shall you grow into the knowledge and stature of the deities. The seraphs descend from heaven in the solitudes of meditation, in the stillness of prayer. Atonement. All sin is original. There is none other. And so all atonement for sin. God's method is neither mediatorial nor vicarious, and the soul is nor saved nor judged by proxy. She saves or dooms herself. Piety is unconscious, vascular, vital. Like breathing it is, and is because it is. None can respire for another. None sin or atone for another's sin. Redemption is a personal, private act. Blessedness. Blessedness consists in perfect willingness. It is above all conflict. It is serenity, triumph, beatitude. It transcends choice. It is one with the divine will, and a partaker of his nature and tendency. There is struggle and choice only with the willful. The saints are elect in perfect obedience and enact God's decrees. For more information, please visit alcott.net.
Vegan, 'cause our dignity is at stake.
Faithful viewers, thank you for your company for today's Words of Wisdom.